Hi. In today's video, we'll return to fantastical creatures. We'll be drawing an Acromantula, a sinister venomous spider capable of speaking human languages. I love spiders. Apologies to Ron and other arachnophobes. So I plan to make it quite cute. I'm using two Fineliners. Sakura Pigma Micron 005. Line thickness 0.2 mm, and a very fine Copic Multiliner SP 0.03. Out of everything available in the local art supplies shop, these two appealed to me the most for their smoothness and stable lines, pleasant glide, and extremely fine strokes. The Copic liner is so thin that it can be used for graphic miniatures. And by the way, I'll have to try that in one of my future videos. Just a reminder, this isn't an advertisement. My channel is only a month old, and naturally, no one pays me for ads. As for the downsides of the Multiliner, it's worth mentioning its high price. The inks are resistant to water and alcohol and won't smudge if you accidentally touch them with your finger. Because the pen is disassemblable, has replaceable cartridges and nibs, its price is roughly 3 times higher than disposable liners. A replacement cartridge costs about the same as a single-use Multiliner, so the choice is yours. However, the reusable pen is aluminum, which is nice. By the way, be careful when replacing the nib. It's very thin from both sides, and once I managed to insert it in such a way that it bent inside, obviously preventing the ink from flowing. Here are a few words about the 0.03 mm line thickness. It should be an incredibly fine line, approximately 6 to 10 times thinner than a regular fine liner. However, the actual strokes don't appear as fine. So, I decided to verify it all. I took a few strokes using a macro lens and then, based on the 5 mm grid, calculated the actual thickness. Well, it turned out to be in the range of approximately 0.1 to 0.11 mm, roughly 3 times thicker than what was stated in the specifications. For comparison, the Sakura liner's line thickness is accurately stated as 0.2 mm, confirmed by measuring the lines. However, 0.1 mm is quite sufficient for executing extremely detailed work. I've used this marker extensively in a reproduction of Bruegel's Hunters in the Snow, especially for light tonal areas such as the sky, snow, etc. But let's get back to our spider. I start the initial sketch digitally, using references, then print it out and trace it with a pencil on a light table. What do we know about Acromantulas? The most famous Acromantula was Aragog. The spider's egg was smuggled into Britain and ended up in Hogsmeade, where a hatched baby spider was bought by third-year student Hagrid. He raised the Acromantula in a box and later in a chest within one of Hogwarts' dungeons. Tom Riddle learned of this and falsely accused Aragog of killing a student, causing everyone to consider the innocent spider a dangerous beast. Hagrid released Aragog into the Forbidden Forest, where he helped found a colony. They became so attached that Aragog forbade his offspring from touching Hagrid. The Acromantula lived a fairly long life, passing away from illness as an old spider. The venom of an Acromantula is very valuable, 100 galleons per pint, so when Aragog died, Professor Slughorn filled a couple of jars. Aragog, like all spiders, was dreadfully afraid of the basilisk, to the extent that he wouldn't even speak its name, akin to how many wizards feared to speak Voldemort's name. This fear stemmed from the fact that spiders possess nearly 360-degree vision, and the basilisk's gaze could easily kill them under any circumstance. However, as Aragog aged, he lost his sight, and apparently, the basilisk's gaze was no longer a threat to him. In this case, the basilisk's venom, capable of killing any living creature within minutes, presented a danger that was not much lesser for him. Here's a link to drawing a basilisk in a pencil test. During the Triwizard Tournament, an Acromantula was placed in the maze. Harry and Cedric managed to defeat the creature, but Harry was injured by its venomous fangs. Eventually, the wound was completely healed by Fawkes' tears, Dumbledore's phoenix. After Aragog's death, his offspring sided with Voldemort. It's unknown how or with what he could have enticed them, but most likely, he offered them any number of victims. The Acromantulas participated in the Battle of Hogwarts, destroying everything in their path. However, they didn't just attack the defenders of the castle but also the Death Eaters themselves. What happened to the colony after the battle remains unknown. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.